In the last section of our CT1 assignment, we were to create a cross-tabulation. That's a little bit trickier if you haven't dealt with Excel's pivot tables, so I'd like to demonstrate that one for you. In our assignment, we were asked to use the data in columns 26, which is the gender, it's either 1 or 2, male or female, the marital status, either married or single/other, and the respondent's age. Now, the real data we're looking for is respondent's age, but it will be categorized or cross-categorized by gender and marital status. Now, I don't want to do this homework problem for you exactly, so we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to use gender and marital status as they turn out to be the column labels and the row labels. They're the cross-categorization categories. But we're going to look at this number 29. And what is 29? Sorry, I forgot. Let me look back. Number of people in the household. So we're going to end up with a chart that shows how many people are in the household of these 150 people in the survey based on their marital status and their, and their gender. Sounds kind of dumb, but let's do it. Okay, so to create a pivot table in Excel, let's see, Insert tab, there's a button here that says Pivot Table, and I click it, and Excel wants to know where my data is coming from, and I'm going to give it a range. Now, I need columns 26, 28, and 29. I don't need 27, but just because it's simpler, I'm just going to include it. I'm going to include these headings, and I'm going to scroll down to grab all 150 rows of 4 columns, of which 3 I'm going to end up using. Okay, I'm going to put this in a new worksheet just because this one's getting pretty busy after, I don't know, what do you have, 14 other things to put in it. I'll say new worksheet. Okay, and Excel added a new worksheet number 6. I've already deleted 5 and 4. I'm going to rename it Cross Tab. And now I'm going to create my pivot table. When you click in this pivot table area, you show those 4 columns, and there's our gender, education level, the one we're not using, marital status, and 8. What is 8? Household. Must be kids in household, right? Double checking. Yep, number of people in the household. I would have called it peoples. And what's the RES? No clue. Respondent? I don't know. So here we go. I said on our pivot table we're going to have gender and marital status as both row and column labels. So what you do is you just click on one, drag it to row labels, click on marital status, drag it to column labels, and our data is going to come. Well, before we do that, let's clean things up. So our row labels are gender, so we can go in here and we can rename this thing gender. And our column labels are marital status, so let's do that. Marital status, okay. Make things pretty. And now we need some data. So in this cell right here, that's going to be where someone is gender 1, and I don't recall if that's male or female, and marital status of 1. All right, let's get the data. So here's our number of people. We're going to click on that and drag that into the values area. And boy, what have we got here? What it did is summed the number of 1s and 2s in that, or summed the values, the number of people in the household. So if you looked at all 150 rows for where gender was 1 and marital status was 1, you would have counted a sum of 79. Okay, However, we didn't want a sum. We want the average number of people. And in our homework problem, let me double check that. Yes, have your software include the average for variable 30. So we want the average. Well, we do that with this little drop down. At least that's one way to do it. We choose field value settings, and we can choose average. And now we're given the average number of people in the household. These numbers are grossly too many significant digits. We'll change it by choosing a different number format. And now what have we got? In fact, we could even go in and say, clean these up. Let's see, gender, 1 and 2. What is gender? It says 1 is a male. So I can type male and female. And for marital status, checking my text, 1 is married. Oops. Married, and this is the single / other. And there we go. It says that from our survey, someone who is, well, let's look at this one, single and female has an average of 2.84 people in their household. Married females have 4.02 people in their household. Now that's kind of bizarre, isn't it? Males who are married have less? Well, I suppose they were different people in the sample. They're not married to the same people, right? So that's possible. There you have it. That's how to create a cross tab, or what Excel calls a pivot table. Average of number in household, right? Number in house. There we go. All done. I hope that has helped you. Again, this information can be copied to our Word document. Copy. Back to our Word document. Paste it in there, and there you have your cross-tabulation. Good luck, guys. Tell me if this is helpful. Tell me if you'd like others. Suggest problems that I work. I'm willing to work with you guys and help you out.